next video. In today's video I will show you how to use environment variables in React Native's new architecture without using any third-party library. So first of all, you just create a React Native project. After that you will have to enable the new architecture. So for Android, just search for new arc enabled. It should be present inside Android Gradle.properties and you have to make this as true. And for iOS, you will have to open terminal, cd to your iOS directory and then run this command. So this will enable the new architecture. Next we will be using Turbo native modules, so you can refer this documentation if you want to. So all you have to do is you have to create this folder called rtn myenvs. Inside that I have created this package.json file first. Again I have copy pasted this code from documentation. Only this name has been changed, this has been changed, this name has been changed, and this name has been changed. Next I have created a podspec file, again copied it from documentation, and only this name has been changed. Next I have created a JS folder. Inside that I have created this TypeScript file. Again this has been copied from docs. Only this method name has been changed because we want to get envs, and I'm referring and the return type would be string, and this name has been changed. Next I have created an Android folder. Inside that I have created build.gradle. Again this has been copied from docs. Only changes apply plugin Kotlin Android. This namespace has been changed, and here you will define what all environment variables do you want. So you need to define it for debug as well as for release key. So here you will use build config field. First is the data type, so it is string data type. Second is the key name, so I have named it as API key, and third one is the value. So if you are using string, you have to escape it like this. And second one is for boolean, so data type boolean, name is debug, and value is true. Okay, and similarly for release also I have added this. So yeah, next I also have added this implementation for Kotlin standard lib. Next you have to go to the main Android folder, go to build.gradle, add this Kotlin version 1.8.0 as well as add this class path. Next go to app, build.gradle, and here you will first have to add this implementation of Kotlin standard lib, then add this apply plugin Kotlin Android as well. Next you will have to go to src, create all these folders. Inside that first add my envs package.kt, and what you need to do is firstly, again I have copy pasted this code from the docs. The only change is this package name as well as this module names has been changed over here, over here, over here, and over here. Next I have created my envs module.kt, and here as you can see we are referring the keys which we have defined it inside the build.gradle file. So here you can see I'm referring build config.api key, build config.debug. So I have assigned those inside a variable, and I have just overridden the method which we have created and returning it to the React Native side. So yeah, that's it for Android. Next, before going to iOS, what you can do is you can import your library something like this. And here I have just created a button. Inside that I am calling get env values, and I am just console logging just calling the method which we have created. Before running your Android project, what you have to do is go to open terminal, go to the root of your React Native project, first run this command. Once you do that, you will have to do cd ... It will move you outside your React Native project. Then run this command. But before running this command, make sure you have replaced your project name. So mine is rnapp over here, so here it would be rnapp. So it should be your project name followed by the folder name over here. Next you have to cd to Android and then run this command, and for iOS you will have to cd to iOS and then run this command. So now you can run Android. For iOS, firstly you will have to create this Swift file called myenvs. Xcode will ask, do you want to create a bridging header? Click yes. After that, create this header file. I will come back to that Swift file implementation. Create this header file. Again this has been copied from docs. Only this names has been changed over here, over here, over here, and over here. Next I have created an Objective-C file, but make sure you change the extension to .mm. So as you can see the extension is .mm, and here again this has been copied from docs. Only this name has been changed. This should be your bridging header name. Mine is rnapp, as you can see over here, but change it to your bridging header name. And here we have initialized our Swift file. Here we have overridden our method, and we are calling the get envs, which is method which is present inside our Swift file, and returning the value. We don't need this, so I can just delete it. And this is like a boilerplate which I have copied from documentation. Only thing changes this name. So yeah, that's it. Now to define your environment variables, what you have to do is right click over here, new file, and just search for list. You have to select property list, click next. I have already created this file, so there are two files which I have created. One is for debug, another is for release. So inside this debug I have added two keys, API key and base URL, and added some values for it. Similarly for release also API key and base URL, and I have added those values for it. Next, inside my envs, all I have done is I have created a variable, and depending on whether the user is in debug mode or in release mode, I have assigned the appropriate file name. And here we are checking for the file name of type plist, and then inside the NH dictionary we are checking for the API key and base URL key, and just printing it to the console, as well as sending it back to Objective-C, and Objective-C is sending it back to React Native. So yeah, that's it. Thank you for watching. Bye.